Well, folks, we had another type of day in the stock market today, and we're going to break it down in this video. As always, we're going to go over the S&P, the NASDAQ. We're going to break down some charts I'm liking, stocks I'm looking at, and most importantly, a couple of earnings that came out, including CrowdStrike, Intuit, and a couple of other ones. So sit back, relax, take a sip of your water, hit that like button, subscribe, and now let's dive into the video. And oh, by the way, if you guys want some free money, get your 15 stocks from Moomoo and your 12 stocks from Webull. Link down below. It's free money, guys. Who doesn't like free money? And with that being said, let's dive into the video. And by the way, all those links down below, guys, do help out the channel. I appreciate you guys as always. So markets today didn't do that well. I mean, we did recover heading into the close. I mean, a lot of the selling came in the morning, in the beginning of the day. But still, even though that, we recovered heading into the close, markets still had a pretty much, a red day overall. We had the NASDAQ down 0.75%. The S&P went down 0.2%. The Dow pretty much broke even as the Russell actually went up 0.3%. So we did see a little green in the small caps, barely some green in the Dow. But other than that, big tech didn't do well. The S&P had a little bit of a red day. And the VIX, believe it or not, actually had a red day as well. 1.4% red day as gold and silver. Both of those, like we discussed in my previous video, both of the metals did pretty well today. And if we pull up oil, let me see how oil ended up closing. Let's take a look here. Oil still at about 78 a barrel. It went up 0.8%, so it's hovering a little bit under 80 a barrel. As you guys know, oil has been destroyed lately from about 92 a barrel about just 3 weeks ago to now just 73, like it's not a lot. It's a big drop, but 73 a barrel. So from 92 to 73 in just under a month. I mean, that is insane. This thing has dropped. Oil has dropped 21%, which goes to show how volatile the price of oil could really be. And later in this video, guys, we are going to break down crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum. We're even going to take a look at Dogecoin because it has been a couple of days since we've looked at how the crypto markets have been doing. And let me tell you guys, Bitcoin and Ethereum, maybe they haven't been moving much, but Dogecoin has been moving a lot. So let's take a look here before we dive into crypto and Doge, all that stuff, right, guys? I know you guys like your Dogecoin, right? Let's take a look at SPY and break down how this ended up playing near the end of the day. And pretty much, guys, like I said, the end of the day, we did rally into the close. And mind you, it was very choppy, in the latter half of the day. But overall, the direction was up, right? We were uptrending from the 393 level, which was the intraday low. We uptrended from that point all the way throughout the day, throughout the rest of the day until the close. But still, guys, even though we did that and we almost went green, the 5-day chart still looks like crap for the bulls, right? We're still clearly in, a downtrend, making lower highs, lower lows. Today we hit a lower low because we took the lows out from yesterday. You guys can clearly see that. So SPY on the 5-day, guys, I'm not going to be convinced at all that this is going to be reversing to the upside until we end up breaking 395. We did close above that, but let's say 398, 400, right, which is right where we were in the pre-market today on SPY. It was right around $398. So until we start breaking out of there, guys, I'm not convinced that this is going to be reversing. So keep that in mind. And I might as well honestly put my alert there for now. Markets that were above $398 on SPY. And if I pull up Triple Q, let's take a look here at what's going on with Triple Q. Same thing, 5-day, 5-minute. We're still in a downtrend, even though we did run a little bit heading into the close. I mean, I wouldn't even consider it a huge run. It was just, a little consolidation. But I mean, we did run a little bit off the intraday low. So either way, however you look at it, we did push from 297, which was the intraday low, to about 279, not 297, 279 to about 281-ish, which was about a 0.5% move. So technically we did run into close. However you want to slice and dice it. I mean, I don't know. But either way, I mean, on the 5-day, 5-minute, bulls need to break out of the highs from pre-market today, 285, and honestly, 290. And until then, I mean, bears are going to be in charge in the very short term here, just looking at the 5-day, 5-minute. So as always, I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments, guys. I want to know kind of where your head is at in the midst of these volatile markets. And with that being said, let's now transition over to crypto, which again, like I said, it's been a couple of days since we've covered what's been going on here in the crypto market. So let me actually make my face, or not my face, let me make the screen a little bit smaller. Bear with me, guys. I got this new monitor, like I've mentioned, and we're just messing around with the displays here. So let's do that right now. Let me make my face a little bit smaller. There we go. So what we have right here is Bitcoin, also known as, well, the biggest cryptocurrency, right? So Bitcoin is still consolidating, guys. It really hasn't done much, after the FTX debacle, which came out, that news came out earlier this month. And from that point, I mean, geez, you guys can see here, Bitcoin went from 21,000 to pretty much 15,000 in a couple of days. Ever since that point, even now, up until now, Bitcoin's been pretty much holding steady at 15.5, 16, 16.5. I mean, today it's up 1.6%, so it is up a little bit, but still, it's not really breaking out of this consolidation range. Still holding, again, between 16, 16.5. What direction are we going to pick? I mean, that's the million-dollar question. If Bitcoin starts breaking out of, let's say, 17, 17.5, 18 in the short term, all right, maybe it starts to make a move back towards 20,000 a coin. But if it takes out 15.5 on the downside, man, the selling is definitely at that point going to get uglier. So let's pull up Ethereum. Let's see here, guys. Yeah, Ethereum's pretty much the same. It's still pretty much flat. You guys can see that. After the whole FTX debacle, Ethereum went from 16 to about 1,000, which was a drop of about $500-600. That was insane. And now it's still at about 1,200. Holding up 4.5%, chilling right around that point, consolidating. Nothing much really has changed. And Dogecoin on the flip side, let's pull that up. And that's kind of the reason why I haven't been talking much about crypto, guys, because it's been boring. Nothing's going on. I'm not just going to cover it every day just for the sake of covering it. I mean, that what's the point of doing that? I don't want to bore you guys and make you go crazy. But on the flip side, Dogecoin's actually starting to reverse. Call me crazy, but look, it went to 15, 16 cents with the whole Elon Twitter debacle, right? Then it pulled back to 7 cents after the FTX debacle. And now, well, consolidated for a good 2 weeks roughly at around 7 cents, 8-9 cents ish, right? And now it's finally starting to break. And this started to happen a couple days ago. Yesterday, the day before, we started to break out of 9.5 cents. And that's where things really started to turn, right? I mean, it's not fully reversing, like completely breaking out yet, but the tides are slowly turning, to the Bulls' favor, right? So, look, the highs from 3 days ago, 3 days ago, were about 10.5 cents. That's what I'm looking at. We're currently at 10.2 cents right now, which, I mean, we're getting close. If this is able to break the 10.5 cent mark, don't be shocked if Doge gets some hype towards 12 cents, maybe even higher than that. I mean, we'll see. Maybe towards 14, 15 cents again. I mean, it's possible. It's a speculation. Keep that in mind, guys. These are all speculations, in my opinion. You could argue, oh, is Bitcoin speculative? Oh, is there value? Is there intrinsic value? We can argue that all day. For me personally, I'll keep it real. I always do. I don't think there's much value. You can't traditionally value Bitcoin like you do a stock. There's no cash flow. Therefore, there really isn't much intrinsic value. Therefore, it really kind of is a speculation, which I've always said that. I've always thought Bitcoin's a speculation. That doesn't mean it's going to go to zero per se. It could go to 200,000, 300,000 a coin for all we know. But we have to be realistic with ourselves and be like, yeah, this is kind of risky. It's more of a speculation, right? It's not like an index fund where in 20, 30 years, you're pretty much guaranteed to have a lot more money if you consistently invest. Who knows in 20, 30 years where Bitcoin will be, where Dogecoin will be? I have no idea. But in the short term, it looks like, at least as of now, heading into December of 2022, looks like Dogecoin's starting to get some, momentum. And we'll see if this thing ends up, if this momentum ends up holding. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, as always. And if you haven't gotten your 12 stocks from Webull, which happens to be this platform right here, use that link down below. Go to Webull and deposit any amount of money, and you get 12 stocks. And again, it also helps out the channel. And this is not a place to keep your crypto. Keep that in mind. Webull didn't go bust, but like FTX, FTX went bust. You guys know that. Webull, you could buy crypto and keep it in Webull, but I would not do that. I would just trade it, get in and out of it if you're looking to do things on Webull like that. But if you're looking to hold crypto, guys, get a freaking cold storage wallet. Go look up my name on YouTube, StassurfS, and type in Ledger Nano S. I've been talking about this for years. I mean, this is nothing new. I've been saying this for 3-4 years. I mean, I bought my first Ledger back in 2017, where I think I made, so what? That's 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago almost. And that video is still up on YouTube. I mean, you guys could go watch that. So yeah, if you're messing with crypto for the long term, get a freaking cold storage wallet. If you're trading it in the short term, be careful. But you got to do what you got to do if you're trading in the short term, right? With these exchanges. Either way, right? Let's dive into the topic of the stock market now, which is the main focus of the channel here, guys. I know you guys love crypto. At least some of you guys love crypto, but the main focus of the channel at the end of the day is the stock market. And that's what we're going to be covering right now, because we have some stocks to talk about, some earnings that just came out. Number one being CrowdStrike, ticker symbol CRWD, which you guys can see. Holy freaking crap. CrowdStrike is now down after the bell about 20%. Oh my freaking goodness, guys. Let's pull this up. This is actually a live reaction. I haven't looked at any of these numbers yet. So CrowdStrike, let me make sure you all can see this. You can see this. There we go. CrowdStrike ended up reporting adjusted EPS of 40 cents, which beat the 31-cent estimate on sales of $581 million, which beat the $573 million estimate. So they beat EPS. All right. They beat sales. Okay. And they see Q4 adjusted EPS of 42 to 45 cents versus the 34-cent estimate. That's pretty good. And total revenue, which is a little bit under. Okay, this could be the reason why the stock's fallen. Total revenue of 619 to 628 million versus 632 million estimated. So that is for the next quarter. Yeah, so that's under the estimate for revenue for a growth company. That's not good. Investors are not going to like that. And they see full year adjusted revenue for 2023, or adjusted EPS rather, of $1.49 to $1.52 versus $1.32. And full year adjusted, not adjusted, but total revenue for full year 23 of $2.23 billion to about $2.23 billion versus roughly the same estimate. So right in line on the revenue. So I think the main reason why, just based off those brief numbers, Q4 revenue guidance, not good at all. It's under the estimate. And it looks like the stock, did it run up into these earnings? I don't think it did. No, I mean, this thing was already down a ton heading into these earnings. How is it down even more? That is insane. Probably, there's some crap that I'm missing. But overall, CrowdStrike, not doing well. We took the lows out from a couple weeks ago. We're at a fresh low here on the 4-hour chart. It's not looking good, guys, and it's probably going to get worse by the looks of it. Honestly, it is not looking good for CrowdStrike. So what do you guys think? And if we talk about the next one, which is big, Intuit, I personally use QuickBooks. You guys know QuickBooks. There's a bunch of products that this company uses or has, right? And it's a pretty interesting company, right? And it's important to see how these numbers look. So let's see what they're looking like. So they did $1.66 in earnings per share versus $1.22. So they crushed it as well on revenue of 2.6 versus 2.5 billion. So they beat EPS, they beat revenue full year, or they reduced their full year 23 revenue growth guidance from 14 to 16% to 12%, or rather 10 to 12% growth. So is that causing the stock to collapse? I can see that causing the stock to collapse. Let me see here, guys. The stock is moving down a little bit. It's down about 4-ish% after the bell. So not bad on EPS and revenue, but guidance like CrowdStrike, not looking good for Intuit, or they're lowering it rather. It's not as good as it once was when they previously stated that guidance. So by the looks of it, guys, we have a head and shoulders on Intuit here. It does not look like it wants to, or rather it does look like it wants to play out. It's already freaking played out by the looks of it, guys, right? So yeah, Intuit is not looking good. It looks like it probably wants to take that low out from a couple weeks ago, being mid 350s, right? 360. Keep your eyes out on that. And we also had Bilibili this morning report, which is a Chinese company, and this one up 22%. on the day. Unbelievable. So they ended up doing adjusted EPS of negative 63 cents, which beat the negative 65-cent estimate on sales of $814 million versus $797 million estimated. So they beat EPS, beat on revenue, and they saw Q3 daily active users up 25% year over year to roughly 90 million. Monthly active users 25%, up 25% year over year to 332 million, which is pretty good. Billy clocks healthy Q3 revenue growth. MPUs jumped 19%, not bad. So a lot of these Chinese stocks today, I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but a lot of them did very well, very, very well. I mean, we saw Alibaba crush it today, JD, Tencent, you name it. And Billy's another one. And it looks like here with today's move after earnings, we broke out of the moving averages. Looks like we're going right back to test that high from a couple weeks ago, being from the middle of this month, roughly 1680, $17. That's where this could be going. So Billy's looking decent. Chipotle Mexican Grill is another one that I want to pull up and show you all. CMG is the ticker. Look at this. We have an inverse head and shoulders on Chipotle Mexican Grill. We have the left shoulder right here. We have the head right here, right? I butchered that, but you guys get the point. Then we have the right shoulder right there. I mean, you guys see that, right? So at this point, Chipotle had a 1.6% green day today. It closed right under the 180 SMA and from the highs, right under the highs from the middle of this month. If we do break out of, let's say, 1575, 1600 a share, this stock could seriously fly, in my opinion. The right shoulder could get it towards that recent high. I mean, 1750. That's where I feel like this could be going. You guys can see back in August, late August, early September, mid-September, that's where the stock was, 1750. So if we do break, again, 1600, that's where my alert's at. All I'm saying is this could end up flying. Texas Roadhouse is another one. Let's pull it up here. TXR. What's the ticker? I always mix this one up. Yeah, TX. Well, it's not hard. Texas, TX, Roadhouse, RH. TXRH. Let's pull it up. Texas Roadhouse did not have the best day today, but there's no doubt, there's no denying the fact that bulls have been in charge on this stock for months. I mean, you guys see that, right? We're clearly, we've been uptrending. This is another stealth bull market type of stock. This was at $68 back in May. Now it's at $100, guys. It is up 42% since May. I mean, that's freaking impressive. And if we pull up the 3-year chart, we're near all-time highs. The all-time highs, I think, are $110. Let me double check on the max chart. $110 all-time high. We're just under $100. We were just at $100 earlier this week or last week, whenever that was. Texas Roadhouse looks very bullish. On the 3-year chart, I believe there's an inverse. Yeah, you can see kind of an inverse head and shoulders on this 3-year chart. You guys see that left shoulder. We got the head right here. Then we have the right shoulder right here. So 110, 105, 110, that could be right in the cards here for Texas Roadhouse. TXRH is the ticker. So 2 more stocks, guys. If you're still here, I appreciate you all. If you haven't hit that like button, I don't know what you're doing. Hit that like button. Of course, make sure to subscribe as always. Again, I appreciate you guys. And if you want to check out my Patreon, if you guys like the way I break down charts, if you want to see charts throughout the day, call outs, alerts, morning videos, if you want more access to me throughout the day, check out my Patreon. Use that link down below. And like I said, Patreon now finally changed their payout or their payment process. Before, when you sign up, let's say you signed up today on the 29th, you're going to get charged today and on the 1st of the month, which is just stupid. And you couldn't change that. The person that runs the Patreon, could not change that. But they finally changed it now. If you sign up today, for example, you're not going to be charged again on the 1st, so you're not going to be double charged, which, oh my God, the amount of refunds I had to give, guys, unbelievable. But which you guys deserve the refund. It's dumb the way they had it, right? But now you can sign up on the 29th and you won't be charged on the 1st. You'll be charged again on the 29th. Whatever day you sign up, the next month on that same day, that's your billing cycle, right? So if you want to check out the Patreon, link down below, no pressure, but go check it out, guys. And 2 more stocks here. We have Boeing, ticker symbol BA. Let's pull that up. Boeing, we kind of have here a cup and handle, right? We have the cup, handle, resistance clearly at about 178, 180, right? You guys see that clear as day. That's been a struggle point all month. You can see that from the beginning of November. So this is going to be one worth watching if it's able to take out 178 to 180 bucks. I mean, from that point, where could we be going? 188, 190, 195 to 200 a share. This is where this could be breaking out to. And Boeing, believe it or not, it's not anywhere near the highs from, the all-time highs, which you guys know were in the mid-400s, and God knows how long it's going to take to get back there. So we're not anywhere near those highs. But this is one that has been running a lot. I don't want to say it's in a stealth bull market because, the stock's not doing that well. If we're looking at the past year, it's still down a lot. But in the past couple of months, it is up a lot. This was at 113 bucks back in the middle of June. Now we're pushing 200. The stock's up 60% since the middle of June. Unbelievable returns, unbelievable gains here for Boeing. Now, again, if we do break that 180 mark, I think this is going to continue. So my alert is going to be set right now. I'm doing it right now, guys. Mark is at, we're above 180 bucks a share. There we go. And the last stock for this video is Lowe's, ticker symbol LOW. Lowe's right now is at an interesting spot. You can see it's been playing in this range between 205-ish to about 220, 222. You guys see that, right? And right now we're at about 205, right? We went down 1% on the day. Now let's see if buyers come in here. Also, we're right by the 50 SMA on the 4-hour chart. Another big reason to see if buyers are going to come in. Are they going to come in at this moving average, or are we going to fail here and then fill the gap down maybe to 200 or something, which, that could be an interesting entry point as well. 200, 195, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here at 205 on Lowe's from this point. Who knows? If buyers come in, 215, 220, that could be in the cards. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap the video up. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe, check out all the free stocks. The free links are down below. If you guys want 15 stocks from Moomoo, 12 stocks from Webull, down below. Who doesn't like free money? And again, check out my Patreon, my second channel. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I appreciate you all. As always, I don't know why I said it like that, but I'll see you guys later. Peace out.